I'm trying to get this team player out of bed. Come on, Belle, it's 9:30.
Come on, Bella. Time for walkies. Come on.
We've got windows to put in.
Come on.
Come on, Belle. So, good afternoon from the Algarve. Today, Abe is trying to replace the front door. I'll just show you the front door, so I'll turn the camera around. So, that's the front door at the moment, which is grim and rotten. And we've chosen, or I've chosen, exactly the same front door that we had in our old house. The reason why I chose the door with the glass panel is to allow quite a lot of light into the house. Portuguese houses do tend to be quite dark with small windows. I should imagine in summer we're going to have to put some kind of shutter up there. It's not a window that you open, but it is actually on a south facing. It is south facing, so we'll have to put some kind of screen up there on the door, but it will allow the light to come through, so that was the idea. So we've just taken the door off, and Abe's realised that there's no power coming through.
Yeah, there is power going through, but it's not going to the sockets. So it's this is the problem, is this.
It was working on the other night, wasn't it?
It's in down.
Tap it. Live.
Okay, got it. Come with me.
You're not going to take a picture of all of it?
Don't need to, it's just this one's gone.
So, second trip to Leroy Merlin's. Let's hope we can get this on and it is the right part, because the electrics seems to have blown, hasn't it, Abe? So we had to quickly hot-foot it to Leroy Merlin's. Hopefully we've got the right part.
Now, the thing is, when you do this work, make sure to always take a video or a picture of where the cables are, because you don't want to make a mistake.
Have you checked what's live and what's not live?
Yeah, I turned all the power off.
Right. So you've taken a picture of what colour goes where.
Yep. And now I'm going to disconnect this. Okay, I just slid this out, and hopefully this is what's the matter. It's got like a little pin at the bottom of this, and you have to pull it out, pull it down to connect. Now I'm not an electrician, remember this. So, and normally would employ an electrician, but you try to get an electrician here.
Yeah, so we literally had to leave the door off, as you can see, and go to Leroy Merlin's, because it's got a shocking sense of direction. So we left the door off. We're pretty secluded where we live anyway, so just left everything out. But it's got some really expensive tools here. So yeah, hopefully he'll have it back on, because if he doesn't, we've got a problem. We've just smashed the old door up. So if we don't get the electric on, we're up the Swanee really with this.
Now, I changed the fuse and I still couldn't get it to work. And I couldn't work out what's going on, so I thought it might be the secondary one. But then, as I was driving to Leroy Merlin's, a moment of inspiration hit me. Could it be a separate switch altogether, which easy forgettable? So I walked over here, and I remember there was a box on the wall here. A very old-fashioned box, and I started playing around with this one, and I've got electric.
So, ta-da.
Ta-da. So what I've had to do is I've put 2 pieces of wood on the floor to raise the door. This is the easiest, definitely the easiest way of doing it when you're trying to get a door level. I had to cut out 5mm along the top and the inside, so the door is elevated slightly above, and hopefully when I fit the door in, it gives, and I have to spirit level the door frame so the door is true, because if it's slightly tilted you'll have problem opening and closing it. So I'm going to start that now and see how it goes.
That looks a much better fit.
I haven't bolted the door in yet, and screwed and bolted the door in yet. But this is the reason why I've done the wood along the floor, because it gives, if you look at the bottom, if you look at the door and the floor, it just touches the end there. So you have to work the measurements out. It's just like trial and error really. Fortunately I did the first time guess and it works fine. Now it's important to make sure the frame is absolutely true. So the bubble must be dead centre. Dead centre deep. Not like that. Just like that. The next thing to do is you got holes here. I'll just, Angela, if you just come over here, darling. You got some holes here. What you do is you pilot drill the holes all the way down, so you know where the holes are. Only pilot drill them, and you do the same thing all the way around. And once you pilot drill them, then you have to go back to take the door frame back out again and drill deep, and then put the wall plug in.
Abe's busy gluing around the edges, and Abe loves a lot of glue. So Abe's using petrol to get rid of the glue, apparently. That's what you do.
To get rid of the excess glue.
Excess glue.
The easiest option when you want to get rid of excess glue, especially T-Rex glue, because it's unbelievably strong stuff, is to use petrol. And if you run it along the sides, it gets rid of all the loose. You don't get those horrible black marks and you don't.
Yeah.
Because once it dries, you'll never get it off.
So it's coming to about 5 o'clock now, and I don't know if you can, I don't know if the camera will pick up, but it's actually the moon right outside our front door, which is lovely. It's a nice thing to see. Sun is setting over there, and hopefully tomorrow it will be the windows at the front.
We can't do the roof yet.
Yeah, we can't do the roof. We wanted to do the roof to make it watertight, but we can't because it's going to rain from Wednesday it's going to rain for about 10 days.